Hey everybody, it's Christine Bertram coming to you live from the Hive here in Fond du Lac, Wisconsin. 2 minutes tardy. Had to go run and get embellishments. I thought, well, if I run and do it now versus once I'm live, then I don't have to do it while I'm live. So, oh yay, you guys. All right, so a big turn of events for me on a Friday. I don't normally have much planned. And Tyler reaches out to me at like 3:30, so 2 hours ago, and he says, "What are you doing tonight?" I'm like, I have class. He's like, "Well, you want to go to a Packer game?" I'm like, "Well, sure, if you want me to." Hi, Betty. Hi, Karen. Hi, Carla. Hi, Elaine. And so I do have my t-shirt on, and he went up with some friends, and I'm gonna follow up there after class. So yeah, so you guys, I'm all duded up. I got jewelry on and everything. So yeah, so that's what that's all about. So hi, Mary from New Jersey. Hi, Cindy Runtree and Laura Sullivan and Mary Hartman. Woo woo. Okay, I might have said Mary twice. I don't know. I saw it up there and then I saw it down here, Mary. So you got two highs. Hi, Becky Christensen and Anna Rebedu and Betty Pyle and Becky Rohr and Hilda Nell. I just cannot get my lighting to be exactly right. I need somebody who's a professional to come and help me with this, because every time I do this, I feel like there's this haziness right there, and I just don't know what to do about it. So, but you know what? For the most part, you guys aren't looking at me. You're looking down when I get to that part. So anyways, Highland Beasley and Susan Bellamy. Yeah, go Pack, go. Apparently it's preseason. I think I knew that. And I never, oh, thank you for about the earrings, Hildy. I said I'd never go to a Packer game. Hi, Kathy King. I'd never go to a Packer game again in January when it's -10. I froze my butt off, and that was back in 2008 or 6. And I don't think I've been back to a Packer game since. Maybe once in the middle. But it must have been a preseason game, because that's like the only time I'll go when it's warm. Hi, Donna. Hi, Randy Schultz. Hi, Betty Pyle. Thanks for sharing, Betty. Hi, Amy. So we have for you tonight the Sale-A-Bration HooRahRah class. Hi, Penny Powell. You didn't forget you're here. So that's good. We're going to be going through and making these 4 awesome fun folds. Thanks for sharing, Sherry. I appreciate that. Yeah, this class kind of was over what I expected. I was planning for 56, and I ended up making, I think, 16 more. Highland Beasley from Utah. And so we ended up with, I think, 72 for this class. Hi, Kathy Jackson from Iola, Wisconsin. And you guys, it's full. Like, those kits have been gone. I mean, the only way I'd have extra kits is if I have this in person, you guys. I actually had more people than I could accommodate for Monday night. I had like 20 people sign up on Monday night, and I only have room for 16. So we added a Monday morning session at 10, and I think I have now 8 and 12 or 13 or something like that. And I can't remember. I know I have enough kits for everybody there, and I might have 1 or 2. So it just depends. I always like to wait to see if anybody else wants to come in person. And I might have a kit or 2 left over, and I'll know that come Tuesday. Hi, Karen. Get your butt to the craft room, Penny. Chop, chop. Hi, Debbie Schultz. Hi, Donna Simmer. So, hi, Mary Lemke, checking in today. Mary, I showed off your card yesterday. Drop something. I showed off your beautiful card yesterday. Oh, I'm rolling over things here, you guys. I have stuff underneath my desk full of, I usually can't put my feet into it. Hi, Sandy Wicklander. So let's do roll call right away. Hi, Lynn Phones, catching me from southern New Jersey. Woohoo! All right. Sale-A-Bration HooRahRah. This is we're coming to the end of August, you guys. I'm sad to say. I don't know where it went, and I keep saying that, but it's already the 20th. No, it's the 19th today. And that means there's a week and a half left of Sale-A-Bration, but I leave for Backstage in New Orleans next Thursday, the 25th. Hi, Linda Hall. And I won't be doing classes while I'm gone. Kelly's going to do pumpkin. So, I'm going to kind of be gone towards the end of, and I don't get back till Monday. And then my mom and I are she's picking me up at the airport on the 29th, and we're going south. We're going to go to Shipshewana, Indiana. And we always try to get there once a year to the market, the flea market. Hi, Kathleen Bardier from West Hampton, New Jersey. So we go down to Shipshewana, visit Amish country. They have a popcorn store down there and a crab. They got just different stores. And so we like to hit that up. And then she likes to get her dip mixes at the flea market down there. And so from Milwaukee, she picks me up and we go down. And I don't get back till Wednesday. So I'm actually going to be gone for almost a whole week. I think it's a week solid. So you guys are probably getting a dose and a half of me now. And then you won't hear hide nor hear probably for a week. But you get Kelly in the interim. Hi, Julie Hilsman. Thanks for sharing, Randy, and everybody else that shares. I so greatly appreciate it. We're growing our community. Hi, Karen Wetstein. So I'm going to do roll call. And if you're here watching, give a shout out, say hi. I'd love to see who's here. Angela Knutson, Sandy Wicklander, I know you're here. Kathy King is as well. Faye Godby, Becky Rohrer, Laura Sullivan's there. Deanna Stell, Doris Munson. Thanks, Linda Hall. I appreciate that. Kathy Larson, Mary Carls, Donna Grushke, I saw you too. Yeah, I do need to get away. It's been non-stop, I feel like, since our camping trip that last weekend of July. Whew. All right, so Donna Grushke, Julie Bierschbach, Mary Lemke, I saw you too. Jeannie Parker, Jean Maxwell, Sherry Martin, Sue Somerville, Cindy Beestrom, Barb Barco, Debbie Schultz, Karen Cotton, Carla Cordis, Latokia Trigg, Carolyn Ketchmark, Christina Bernards, Sue Spiegner, Lynn Beasley, and the list keeps going. I had to flip over, you guys. I have two sides. Hi, Mary DuBois from Elmer, New Jersey. Lila Erickson, Elaine Rebeck, Barb Johnson, Sherry Stewart, Penny Powell, who better be in her craft room by now, Annette Rollin, Ruth Nicholson, Karen Stagg, Kathy Jackson from Iola, Wisconsin. Okay, no problem, Karen. I'm glad that you could pop in for a second. Pat Thomas, Sherry Hughes, Kim Cronauer, Vera Anderson, Carol Engelbrecht, Cindy Runtree, Betty Pyle, Holly Gentry, Carla Lake, Melissa Engel, Cheryl Thomas, Shirley Malarkey, Jean Torwilliger, and last but certainly not least, Miss Hilden L. Vilches. Woo-hoo! You guys, that was 50 people that are doing the online class with me. Oh, Laura, you should bring your grandson with me, and then I can meet you if he is up for a little car ride. All right, Penny's ready. Good, good, good. So 50 people I have signed up for online, you guys. We had 8 for 10 a.m., and I have, let's see here, 15 minus 3. I do have 12 for Monday evening. So wow, then you guys, and then I have Abigail Rose yet on Wednesday night. I think I have Abigail Rose tomorrow, and I think I have 15 tomorrow afternoon, and then it's maybe 12 on Wednesday night. So I got some full classes yet before I leave. So, wow. All right. We will do the drawing for the door prize later. Also, the Sale-A-Bration board is full, you guys. Yeah, Laura, that would be awesome. You just keep me posted. We'll be there Monday night-ish. Like, we'll get there probably around 5 or 6. And then we are going to be there all day Tuesday. And going down by Jennifer Morrill, Hampshire, a Stampin' buddy of mine. And we're going to spend the night in Plymouth, Indiana, where Jennifer lives, on Tuesday night. And then we'll head out on Wednesday morning. So I would love if it works. Putting that out there in case anybody else is in the area. But the Sale-A-Bration board filled up last night. Woo woo! Barb Collins and Annette Rolland got those last few squares on the board. And I already have the next board started, you guys. This one is number 9, and I am going to be starting number 10. I already have one person for it. Hi, Pat Detlefson. So I think, I'm not sure. Hi, Pauline. I think we're going to get rocking and rolling on the cards right away, just because I told Tyler that as soon as I'm done with my class, I'm going to get in the car and drive up to Green Bay, which is about an hour away. So I'm going to miss the first half of the game. I'm okay with that. I'm definitely fine with that. And that way my butt won't get too sore sitting in the bleachers or wherever we're sitting. Hi, Kay Warren. Hi, Rose. Hi, Loma. Woo woo. Okay, so I do have some happy mail, though. Let me flip down here. I meant to show this to you guys yesterday, and I completely was so sidetracked with all the other jibber jabber. But I wanted to share. Oh, I'm frozen. Hang on. I'm frozen. I think my camera needs to do a little bit of finagle toothing here. Oh, let's see if I can get it. It just needs to be reconnected, and then life will be good. Okay, let's do this. Sorry, guys, get the whole underarm thing going on. I just got to be very careful with that. Okay, now we're back in business. Having a beautiful day. This card comes to me from Betty Pyle. Woohoo! I love that die set from that honey. That was the honey set. Look at that. There's like a reversed scallop border on there. That's very interesting. I love the colors with the yellows and the oranges. Very bright and beautiful. Hi, Heather Brenner. Yeah, you guys weren't frozen, but my camera was frozen. So, so this one comes from Pat Thomas. Life is a beautiful thing. Look at that bright, cheerful card. I love it. I'm going to send that off to somebody too to brighten their day. And she put on some of those pebbles on the bottom here. I love it. Good job. And then this one, Cindy and Jack Runtree. Cindy, I got your card. Ha! I love it. Little purple flower on there just for me. Very cool. Hi, Jean Maxwell. This one comes to us from, I think it is Patricia Detlefson, who just joined us. I just said hi to you, Patricia. Your card came, if you guys recognize this, this was a mystery card night layout from a few months back. Love it. So pretty with the New Horizons designer paper. And then she's got the inside too with a strip of matching designer paper. I loved what you wrote, Pat. That was awesome. I'm so happy you got that one card too. And this comes from Tracy Sorge in Brothertown. So she's on the bus with me going to Indianapolis. So you guys, I have about 9 spots on my bus that I'm trying to fill up yet. If you're between Green Bay and Milwaukee and want to ride down to Indianapolis with me and a bunch of friends, you just let me know. All right. So these are the cards we're going to be working on tonight. And hi, Pam Simmons. So we have our camper card. Disclaimer, the camper dies are already gone. Sad face. They were out of stock. But you know what? I loved this card so much, and I wasn't going to make another one for this class. Hi, Cheryl Thomas. You know, I have enough time to design what I need to, but not extra. So hi, Diane Runge. And then this one is the Wonderful World. And then our Stylist Sketches. And then our Hippopotamus card. So I think we're going to start with this one. And hi, Holly Gentry. And just to let you guys know, there were 2 options and you got one or the other. And that's because one of the the Sale-A-Bration papers here, it comes in half a pack with the gold dots and half of it is with the silver dots, right? So you see silver, you see gold. And so what we did then is we coordinated silver trim for your camper and gold trim for your camper. So hopefully we got everybody's pieces situated correctly. And you got gold with gold and silver with silver. And then there's a whole bunch of other die cuts. You guys, this is your gourmet card. If I had to say there's a gourmet card for this one tonight, this is it. There were oodles of little pieces. Oh my goodness, you guys. So this one, thank you to Tammy Sokolik. I am fresh out of Night of Navy paper. Yeah, okay. K missed out. Oh no. That's not good. Yeah, they were gone in the blink of an eye, it seemed. Hi, Susie Piegner. All right, you guys. So Tammy Sokolik saved the day. I ran out of Night of Navy paper for the second time in a week. Anna Rebidu saved me the first time, and now Tammy saved me the second time. So I thought, well, since I have a sheet of paper here, I'm going to share with you the whole process for cutting this paper into this card like this. So these are all different folds. They're all A2 size, but they're not your traditional open normal card. So you guys, in your kits, hi Alice, I'm still from Indiana. You're gonna have a bunch of stuff in your card kits, okay? So what we're gonna do, just don't lose anything. There are no embellishments in this class or this card, guys. There's just ribbon. So there's a lot going on. So I felt like we didn't need embellishments, which is a very rare occurrence for me. But you'll have this piece of designer paper. Now the designer paper is also that free Ringed with Love designer paper, still available. Hi Patricia Piscopio, and that piece is the one for the inside. You can see this one's got more green, this one's got more blue. It's a very washy pattern of designer paper, and you've got a section of it. So there might be some variation there. Looks like, oh man, is this not funny? Oh man, I messed myself up. I was supposed to swap out my polka dot piece of paper here with Oh, well. You know what? We're going to put most of my card together. I have, Ann, are you watching? Do you still have a set of gold for me? Maybe I'll wait and not put those on. But technically, hi, Marcia Coolibert. Hi, Kathy Larson. You made it. Woohoo, we're just getting started. So technically, you guys, you would have had gold with gold. And I meant to swap out my silver upstairs. And I'm debating whether I do that or not yet. But you'll have the Balmy Blue. That is your mat for here. So that's in your kit. And then you should have 3 detailed Mossy Meadow trees of the 3 sizes. And then you're going to have the 3 pear pizzazz of the coordinating sizes. And we'll have to put those together. You have a little strip of the Daffodil Delight for your light in your camper. Somebody's in there reading a book. Oh, no, wait. Somebody's in there stamping. That's what's happening. Hi, Deb Arblaster. Sounds good. I hope you feel better soon. Here's a stitched white rectangle is in there. You have your little camper, main camper piece that goes there. Oh, man. I'm missing. Oh, I lost it along the way. I carried this kit back and forth with me. I am missing my wreath and my bow. So, I'm very not complete. I even had a Post-it note on this one, you guys. I accidentally made up my sample. That's Terry Costin. I made up my sample and I made myself a note, make extra kit for the live. And so I never double checked everything. So we'll good. You guys, we're going to get it made as best as we can. I might have a little left to do at the end, but you have your mat already done for you. I wanted to show you how to cut it. Just in case you're starting from scratch, making this card at home, you want to cut yourself a piece of 5.5. So cut it at 5.5. Yes, we love Anna, don't we? Anna die cut all those little snibblings for you. She did a great job. So it's by 10 3/4. And so I'm not one for using this arm very much, but we're gonna try to pull this out and see what we got. 10 3/4 here. So in case you guys want to do this card at home, I'm showing you like from scratch what it's all about. So you cut off that 1/4 inch. So you got 10 3/4, right? And then the scores are at 3 3/4 and 7. So, so we'll do 7 first, and make sure you don't use the dark one now. The dark one, oops, the dark one is the cutter. Hi, Cheryl Stewart. So you're gonna do it 7, and I got like arm action here, and then 3 3/4. So 3 3/4. All right. So what you guys started with in your kits, yours was already folded like this and put into your envelope like that. So just wanted to show you how easy it is to make this base. It's not complicated. We can press the easy button. So now you just want to make sure you burnish your edges with your bone folder or whatever you use for that. Okay, and then now this will go like this. So the little bit of designer paper, you're going to see that through here. Oh, man. So we got to get a piece of white. The white, oh, it's not tall enough. So this is what I get for not having my kit ready for you, with you guys. You get to see me cut paper. 5 1/4 by 3 1/2. Let's try this. 5 1/4. That's right. By 3 1/2. All right. I think now we're in business. Hi, Dawn. You almost tossed your curtains. Wow, that little blue piece. Yes, you guys don't lose your little blue piece. That's for the curtains. Okay. So I think we're ready to start too. You guys also have this little piece of Balmy Blue ribbon. Just so you know, on this one, I would not cut it right in half, like a straight edge. I would actually take your ribbon scissors and cut it at a diagonal right away. And then you have it set. Yes, Anna, you even made extra pieces for my kit. Yes, that is true. So you guys just cut it and then you already have your diagonal ends. So Anna, I'm wondering if you have extra of the gold ones at home. I'm going to make mine as a gold card, and I had silver pieces with mine. So somehow life got complicated that day. So there's not a lot stamping here, you guys. For the ones that are doing the class with me, really all you have to have is a greeting and something for maybe the inside. So what it is, the set that goes with this is called Trees for Sale. And these are the awesome dies that are no longer available. So that's where all of these little bits and parts come from. And then I found in here Christmas Greetings fits right inside that stitch rectangle. And we're gonna stamp that in Night of Navy. And for now, I'll just leave the inside blank. Whoever wins this card will have the ability to go ahead and stamp something if they want to when they get it. So, all right, we've got Christmas Greetings. Hi, Gwen Petrashek. All right, so here's this going right in the center. It just fits. Hi, Barbara Bargo. I'm glad you're here now. All right, so there's our Christmas Greetings. And put that off to the side. And now I think we get to get, you guys, we really can get glue happy. The other thing though is you're gonna need to most likely do a little work on your trees here. Hi, Carol Solinsky. They will need a little help. So, little picky action, right? So don't be afraid to grab your pick tool and just kind of pop out those inner pieces. And then we're actually gonna probably Stella next before we start gluing, because it's easier to Stella before you start gluing. So there's one little guy. So that's the little baby tree. The mama, the papa, and the baby. That's what we're calling these guys. And then this one. So that is one thing I tell Anna not to do, you guys. She does so much for us with all the die cutting, and Tammy as well, that I tell them not to do the pokey outie, because that is something that would take them forever. Hi, Vera Anderson. Hi, Ann Henke. No, Ann, I do not believe that the camper dies will ever be available again. They were out, and they're not something that they could replenish in time. So I would suspect that they're gone for good, unless you find somebody that has a set. So, all right, so now what I'm gonna do is just set these on my piece of paper here. Oh, you're very welcome for your happy mail, Barb. All right, so we're gonna Stella these little trees. These trees are perfect if you want to make them into stickers with your adhesive sheets. Definitely doable. Hi, Mary Jo McCulloch. Then it would be a lot easier than putting little bits of glue all over. While you're at it and you've got the Stella pen, I'm gonna go for my little blue curtain. Oh, you're very welcome, Anne. Sorry for that sad news. Yeah, they've been out for probably 3 weeks now. The other thing too, I'm gonna take my little daffodil. This is just a scrap, you guys. It's a little, like maybe 3/4 by 1 inch piece. And that is just to make it look like there's light in the camper. Anna, if you have any of the wreath and the bow, I'd take it too, but not for tonight, obviously. But if you did have any of those extra die cut, otherwise I'll die cut my own. Yeah, Anna, for some reason I made up my card kit. I just got glue happy, and normally I always save out one of my card kits to do with the Facebook Live with you guys. So when I design a card, I usually make 4 cards, right? Or I cut for 4. 3 of them get put together. Hi, Melissa Engel. One gets set aside in these form of the kits, like what we do together. And then the other 3 get put together so that we have them for when I do my in-person classes. Well, I use this card as a swap card. Perfect, Anna. Thanks so much. Let me know. If you do, I won't cut my own. So I did this one as a swap card. Hi, Diane Kennedy from Michigan. Hi, Linda Bailey. I did this as a swap card. Yes, I did. And Anna helped me on that too, you guys. I had 16 of these I had to make for a swap, or 12, I think. And she helped me do all my die cutting for mine too. So I think I accidentally made it up into a kit, or into a card, so it was done. Hi, Carla Cordes. All right, so we've got our trees glued together. You saw I was just putting on little bits of glue. I'll zoom in just a little bit so you guys can see a little closer. So the trees are all glued together. This can get glued, and let's get these glued as well. So you guys, I like to, as long as I got the glue bottle open, we're gonna go for it. So we're gonna do that one, a little strip of glue right down the middle there. So this one goes on the Balmy Blue. I do love Balmy Blue with navy. Such pretty wintry cards. And then the little strip goes on your mat of white. I don't think there's rhyme or reason to which direction. Like if it, it doesn't matter. I do notice here that I have extra white showing on my end here. So I'm gonna take my little trimmer and cut that off. And then this piece will go on the inside of the card right here. So everybody who took this class with me, all the 50 people, they got the PDF tutorial. I emailed it, I believe, on Wednesday morning. It's hard having to write 2 PDF tutorials in 1 week. I tell you, I can barely get 1 written, and then I had to do 2 this week. I shouldn't say I had to. I got to do 2 because I could be sitting at a desk job doing that instead. So I get the privilege of writing PDF tutorials. That's how I look at it. But it was hard to get 2 of them this week, but we did it. All right, so now this can get flipped over. And what else can we do? I popped that up. So let's just glue this guy for right now. And we're going to put that, goes on our inside here, like that. Hi, Latokia Trig. All right, so there's that. This one, I popped up with dimensionals. So grab those. I probably did like 6 of them. Hi, Marianne. And here's that. These are extra gooey dimensionals. It's really hard to pick that little piece of paper off, but I got it. All right, so then this just gets put right on the front of your card. Just like this. All right, now, the little yellow piece here, what I would do is put that on first. And I guess the easiest thing for me, depending on how wide your yellow is, I would just put a little bit of liquid glue. You could use double-sided tape, but I'm gonna put a little bit of glue, and then I'm gonna set that into it like that. Okay, get that so that if it needs to be trimmed, don't hesitate to trim anything off of it. Ultimately, you just are looking to get a little luminescence. Hi, Doris Monson. A little luminescence in this little area. All right, now you're gonna hate this little piece right here. This is where the little reverse tweezers will come in handy. So thanks for sharing, Doris. I appreciate it. All right, so a little bit of liquid glue on the curtain here. Don't be throwing that curtain away, girls and boys. All right, so it's awesome. It fits right in here. It nestles right into the nook or the crook of the window here. Look at that. So we got little balmy blue curtain action going on. All right, so what do I have? I planted my camper flat. All right, we talked about this, you guys. Anna I think has gold pieces for me. I'm gonna hold off and put gold on this card so it matches better. Just so you know, with this die, it's one die and it cuts out the top and the bottom at the same time. And so we cut silver and we cut gold foil. So what you would do is glue your top piece on the top and glue your bottom piece on the bottom. Thanks for sharing, Linda Bailey. Hi, Faye Gabby. So again, I'm holding off and I'm gonna wait till I get some gold for mine. So I'm gonna put these 2 at the top and I'm not gonna peel them off quite yet because I'm gonna end up tucking my trees in. But the first, hi Vicki Tillett. The first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna ground my camper. So I'm gonna put a little bit of liquid glue on the bottom edges and then I'm gonna leave those dimensionals ready for the top. So this is gonna help me figure out, okay, well, I want my camper grounded on the bottom. So something about like that. It's on the bottom of the gold, my gold, designer paper, foil. All right, so again, it's my camper's not stuck. So that's gonna allow me to put my trees in now. And for all the trees, what I did is I put a dimensional at the top of each of them. And then I put liquid glue at the bottom. Thanks for sharing, Marcia Coolbert. And so then a little bit of liquid glue because I like for them to look like they're popping out at the top and then grounded at the bottom. So this one's by himself, just hanging out. And I've got it something like over here. And then the taller middle one is behind here, and it's down slightly from the peak of this one. Hi, Elizabeth Ray, thanks for sharing. And then this one is kind of set down even further. So it looks like it's out in the, the woods camping. Anna's looking for me to see if she has a little wreath and a little bow, because they would be in your kit as well. I would put Stella on them and put the wreath down and then put the bow down. So pretend I did that. All right. And like, that's it. It's coming together. For your label for the stitched rectangle, I would grab a little bit of tear and tape. I have one ready for me, and we'll put this along the bottom right edge. Okay, so that's gonna be over here. And you've already cut your ribbon, or maybe you haven't, but it ultimately got cut at a diagonal. And I would put one down, and if you want a little shorter, then now's your time. You don't have to recut it if you make it the right distance that you want away. I got that one looking like that. And then I'm gonna put this piece over the top. I'm gonna leave the tear and tape backing on this one and just put my dimensionals. Oh, I can't go that close to the edge. It does hang over, oh, so slightly. So we're gonna put that right there, and right there, and right there. And that was hanging over so slightly. Okay, then you can pick these off. My tear and tape. So you can see my tear and tape. I should have been a little bit more cognizant. I'm gonna make sure that you don't see the edge of the tear and tape hanging over the edge of the card. So I've got it. Let's just check real quick. Yep, perfect. I don't have my tear and tape end hanging there. All right, now you can squish that down. If you feel like your ribbon tails are too long, you can trim them some more. Just know it's hard to trim. This is like a double ribbon. It's a little blue ribbon stitched on top of a white ribbon. And so if you go to cut this, you're cutting two ribbons, and that's kind of hard to do. Mike Camper looks really naked, you guys. Oh, it looks really naked. But that's what happens when you don't have your card kit ready to show off on a live. But yeah, such a fun idea. Now, the only sad thing about this one is that it's not sad, but it uses a whole, like almost a whole sheet of paper, right? You do have this little bit left over, and I had this. So I had to make 72 bases for this class, right? And so I ended up with 72 extra of these, and this was a great piece then to use because that camper fit on here. So it's not like you can get two bases out of one sheet of paper. So, all right, he looks like a little bit of a dinosaur head here, and that's his eye. But eventually I will put that on there and put my wreath and the bow. So that's it, you guys. This card is pretty amazing because of all the little camper pieces on it. But the fold is fun too. And you don't, when you open this up, you don't think, oh, it's a fun fold. But when you open it up, it's like, oh, cool. And there's a whole pretty piece of that designer paper in there. Thanks for sharing, Deb. All right, that seemed way too easy, and I think that's because I was missing half my pieces. So again, you guys, just a reminder, you're gonna have either gold or silver, not a mixture of gold and silver like I had. All right, so that's one card done. We will set him over there. And I think what we'll do is we'll do the Foxy next. I think it's a fox. This one is a layout that I did from Mystery Card Night a couple months back. I think it might have been June. And so it opens like that, and it really gets to feature designer series paper. So when you want to see both sides of it, that's awesome to show that off. So for this one, the Stampin' Up! Sale-A-Bration products that were used are, let's see what they are. It's called Stylish Sketches. Okay, so looks like this, and there's some ducks. I think it was Doris, you were asking me what they are. I think they're ducks. And then there's some sort of leafy holly, there's like some sort of fruit on their tree branch. I'm not sure, but it's a box. And so this is one of the free sets you can get from Sale-A-Bration. Now, Doris had a question. She's like, well, what happens if I didn't get Stylish Sketches? It didn't trip the trigger, right? And it's like you keep overlooking it and you end up getting other things and you don't end up with it. Wow. We did a wildlife wonder class back in July, and there's a fox. Oh, there's a wolf in there, and that wolf would look good in here. Any sort of tree would look good, any nature-y thing, right? Because you've got some nature stuff going on with the designer paper. So it doesn't have to be this fox if you don't have it. So you guys that got the kits from me, you already have these folded, and so you just want to make sure you burnish it. And it starts off at a 12 inches. And I've got it scored at, I don't know. Oh, 4 and 9 1/4. So there you go. So on this one, there is no real direction to it. I might just look around and flip it. And okay, my acorns are looking like they're falling this one. They're geese. Okay, Elizabeth says they're geese. What's good for the goose is good for the gander. I think that's what the saying is. But I'm looking at my acorns and seeing how they're rolling, and they look like they're rolling this way. So that will fit right onto your soft suede mat, which is 5.5 by 4 1/4. Hi, Lisa's Basic. You guys will have a white mat that will go on your inside, so we'll have to stamp that. And then what really got used here were the deckled rectangles. So if you guys recall from the Sale-A-Bration catalog launch party class that was back on August 4th, we did this card. I saved all of those deckled rectangles, boom, like that. And I'm like, oh, we're gonna make them into another card someday in the future. And lo and behold, this is the class that it got saved for because it's still Sale-A-Bration. So you will have one of these. This is from those note cards and envelopes, right? They came with the envelopes. These went away really quick. I feel like within 2 weeks. But you know what? I looked at it as like, we've got it. It's a good idea to, like, this was the card where I cut the top panel of the card base off, and then we used the bottom panel or the back panel on the inside. So that's where this came from. And what you guys are going to need to do is you're just going to take your scissors and you're going to cut it in half, right? So you have 2 pieces, and then they're going to get split like that. So I have one that's cut already, so I don't need to cut another one. And then there's more deckled rectangles going on here. So this is soft suede and the basic white. And then you'll have this little baby oval. You guys would never probably guess where this comes from. There's a set called Mini Pocket Dies, and I scoured finding a little baby oval, and that's where that came from. The Mini Pocket Dies in the annual catalog. I've heard they are not geese. Luann Johnson, I don't know what they are then. You've heard they are not geese. Okay, so to me, they look like quackers. How's that for an answer? All right, so here's our Foxy, and he's going to, or she's going to get stamped on there, and we're gonna do that in Early Espresso. So let's grab Early Espresso. They are mallards. Mallards are ducks. I was gonna say ducks. That's what I thought I said, ducks. Oh, everybody sees things differently, I think. So here's our Foxy getting stamped right on here on your deckled rectangle. Hi, Bonnie Kelly. All right, give that a second. I thought I said ducks first. I think I know it looked at it. I'm like, that looks like a duck. If it walks like a duck and it quacks like a duck, it's gotta be a duck, right? All right, that's it for this stamp. So let's set that over there. The inside. I believe on the inside, I've got that thing. All right, so let's grab that piece of scratch paper. And I made it look like some form of foul. Yep, I made it look like it was coming down from the corner of the page is what I did on this one. So I actually did the top right corner. And so that's kind of like it's coming off of a tree branch. That's why I've got it up there versus down on the bottom. And I think, hi Gail. Then we're gonna pull out our soft suede ink color, and we're gonna use the soft suede for the hello. Hello, hello, hello. So the hello comes from a set. I scoured looking for the perfect little sentiment for this card. It was found in Heavenly Hollyhocks. Lo and behold, I was designing the cards for the monthly class at the same time. And so I had Heavenly Hollyhocks. So I didn't scour very hard, but I found Hello. And I was just like, oh, cool. Hello fits perfectly in here. And I thought it would be nice to bring the soft suede color in on this one. So Inky Dinky do that up. The Hello, I love this font with the cursive like that. Okay, so there's our Hello motto. Then you're gonna need a dauber or some sort of sponging apparatus. Hi, Linda Kester. And we're just going to, so whenever I have white against a color, I feel like it needs to be softened to bring it in together, like to make it more cohesive. So you will find that I do this a lot. And oh my gosh, so I was really good over here. And then all of a sudden I got a chunky monkey right there. So what I'll do is I'll make more chunky monkeys and I'll put it thicker in spots. I make it look like I didn't intentionally do anything even. So I'm gonna go back and make some bigger blotches around the edge to make it look like I did everything like that intentionally. Okay, so when it comes done and then you see a chunk there, there's a chunk up there, there's one, it's all very randomness going on. So that is soft suede. And then we need colored pencils. So this one, oh yes, Jean Terwiller, good idea, good idea. Jean just said that Timeless Tulips has a little Hello stamp that would work perfectly. So if you guys don't have the Heavenly Hollyhocks, which I'm thinking most might not at this point, you can definitely get Timeless Tulips has been around the block a time or two. So you could find it there. Good call, Jean. Much appreciated. So Cajun Craze is what I'm using for, hi Sandy, is he doing? I'm doing for my Foxy here. Nice sharp pencil. It's probably never been used. I use the ones up in my craft room more, but this will get a workout for class on Sunday, Saturday, Friday, Monday. So what I'll do is where there's a little bit more line action showing depth, I will color a little bit harder and then I'll go softer in some of the other areas. So I'll put a little more tone on those areas. Oh yeah, here's our little dude. Oh, I just noticed it on my sample here. I did espresso where the dirt is, where the dirt road ends. Okay. Where were we? Tyler and I we went canoodling. On Tuesday night for date night, you guys, we did take the canoe out and we went up to Miller's Bay. It's up in Oshkosh. There's a little bay and there's a little island thing and there's a dirt road. And Tyler's like, that's where the dirt road ends. I'm like, yep, your country song. Okay, so there's that. And then espresso must be in the other one. So there's two sets of watercolor mark pencils here, a 1 and a 2. Espresso happens to reside in the other one. Hi, Deb Norman. How is Alaska going? Are you guys on your cruise yet or are you home now? I don't know what day you were supposed to get back. So a little bit of espresso dirt we got going there. Now, it looks like really scratchy, like to me, right? Really mismatchy. Hi, Debbie Standeffer. What you guys want to do to smooth this out, I would definitely pull in the blender pen. So these, I've had these blender pens have been around for over 20 years with Stampin' Up. I can remember I used a lot of them. So I'm going to zoom in really far just so you guys can see this action. So you can see it's all scratchy looking to me, right? There's a lot of line action. What's awesome about this blender pen, better late than never, Debbie. Deb says, you're from a bus in Alaska. I'm glad you got internet on the bus. The blender pen will help smooth this out. So I'm going to try not to go too fast, but you don't want to do this very much in the same spot. But what it does by using this blender pen is it completely smooths out all those pencil lines. And it's a solution in here. Really rainy and cold but beautiful. Got off the ship this morning on a bus heading to Denali. Very cool. You don't want to keep going over the same area because that solution, if you keep going over paper, it's gonna get matted and weird. But I hope that you guys could see this transition of soft and smooth. Like, look at the difference. Okay, I did not do it on my sample here, but I did it on that, okay? Just to show you how awesome that's, if you have watercolor pencils, you want to have the blender pen. It is in a pack, there's 3 of them for $12 maybe. I think that, like, when I started stamping over 20 years ago, they were a pack of 3 for $10. So it's only gone up like $2 if I'm not mistaken. Maybe it was a little less, but you want a blender pen, and they have them in a pack of 3. And when you're done with them, you just wipe out the marker tip, and then you can use it for another color. Hi, Deb. Yes, I love my blender pens. Yes, perfect. So that's what blender pens are all about. I would highly recommend, if you get colored pencils, to have the set of blender pens with you for smoothing out your coloring action. That's why I wasn't really caring about the pencil lines on that. So, all right. I think we can start assembling. So we're gonna get glue happy. So we are going to glue this first. Alaska is amazing. Yeah, I got to go with Stampin' Up! On the incentive trip to Alaska in 2018. It was actually my first incentive trip. So the little short panel is on the left-hand side. So when you open it up, the bigger panel's on the right. And you're just gonna put that on your inside. And blender pens last forever. You have I think I had my blender pen from 20 years ago. It finally tossed it. I was like, this doesn't work anymore. Time to get new ones. All right. Yeah, so Elizabeth says she's had her for 20, yeah, they last for forever. So, and they have 2 ends. They're both the same. Like, there's not a difference in the 2 ends. They're both the same. All right, so that went on to the card base, right? So now that goes like that. And what I've got going on here. So how I'm going to pop this up. Oh, you guys are frozen. I'm not sure why you're frozen. I'm not frozen, but I am zoomed out very far. I just realized that I was zoomed out. I never got unzoomed from when we were doing our coloring. So, okay, I'm not frozen, so I'm going to keep rolling with it, guys. I'm going to put dimensionals on the back of this. And we're going to pick off all of them. I don't always watch the video of what's going on, you guys. I watch your comments. So I don't see the video always. So I got my dimensionals. And so what I'm going to do now, the cut raw edge is going to go on the inside. And I'm going to kind of have about 1/4 inch. And I'm just going to pick it up with my Foxy piece here. And then I'm going to do this one as well. Right? So I've got that. Now what I'm going to do is put liquid glue on those edges. Glad you're moving again, guys. That goes on here. I mean, I could have put the glue down, the blue down first, but I really was wanting to make sure, I wanted to hang over slightly, but you could do the blue first, or you could do it the way I did it. Doesn't really matter. Then when it comes to this, I don't want to put any adhesive over here, right? Because otherwise you'll make yourself a trick card that you won't be able to open. So my way of making sure I don't over glue is I put the glue over there, and then I put the glue on the end here. This DSP is still available, Deb Norman. I ordered some of it last night for customers. Yes, item number 159939. I have it memorized. I think it's one of the things that I love this paper, and it's being everybody who earns a spot at Sale-A-Bration Celebration, which is in September, where we're gonna make this frame. This is the same designer paper. Everybody's gonna get a 1/4 pack as a gift from me. So I love this paper. It was one of my favorites. So I should say it is one of my favorites. So we're almost done with this, but you guys have a little piece of linen thread in your kit as well. And you have your little stamped sentiment here. And what I'm gonna do is put a couple little pieces of tear and tape back here. Yeah, Linda Hall, thanks for responding as well. You're right, it was still available today, we believe. So I'm gonna attach, so a tail is coming out off the edge here. And we're going to weave across, make a little loopsie. Oh, I lied. Ribbon conservation, guys. So you catch your tear and tape with your little tail. You're gonna make a loop right away on this end, right? So you got your little loop up there, and then you're going to make, I think I gave myself not a lot. I don't remember, how much did I give you guys? I have a note here. Maybe I don't have a note. I know that I had Schnibbles that I used for that one. So we're gonna make this work. I'm gonna cut this ribbon in half because I feel like I can make it work with this amount of ribbon. This is Jean Terwiller, or Jean Maxwell had this happen with her ribbon for the Texture Chic, where it wasn't quite enough and we finagle it and make it work. So I got my little tail here, and oh, I need a little more tear and tape. Hang on. On the little struggle bus here with this guy. All right, ultimately you got a little tail and then you got a little loop. All right, so we're gonna make a little loop with that. I don't remember how much you guys got in your kit, so I don't know if you're gonna struggle like I am, but I got my little tail and my little loop there. I need a little more tear and tape. I should have put the tear and tape really close to the edge here. So this guy goes, little tail out this side, and then a little loopsy right there. And I had enough. I don't remember how much ribbon, honestly, I don't remember what you guys got, but I have enough here. Let me show you the back side. You can still see it. You've got a little tail and a little loop, but you have nothing really in the middle. I mean, they kind of cross there, but okay, anyways, we got our ribbon on. And this is gonna go right along that little corner there. So here's the deal. Yep, we're just gonna pop that up with a dimensional just to be safe, and so none of my tear and tape comes off. I'm just going to put a couple little extra pieces along the edge and put that dimensional right in the middle, and just adhere that right on the bottom corner. All right, 7 inches I gave you guys. All right, 7 inches. You would have enough to go that way and that way, and that you guys had enough to go back and forth 3 times, I think, because this is 2 inches, 4 inches, 7 inches. Yes, you guys got plenty. The fox is so cute. Anna likes him. Vera said your piece is 7. Yeah, I don't think I had 7 inches. I think I had a little less than 7 inches. So, but needless to say, I think 7 inches is enough to put for your card. Then you guys have 3 brushed metallic dots in your kit. You'll have either 2 big and a small, or 2 small and a big. And I would definitely put a small and the big one there. And then whatever you have extra of, or with the third one, I put it down here. Again, wherever you feel like you want to put it on your card is completely up to you. All right, but there you guys got a good guy card, right? I don't do a lot of guy cards. And so this was my my effort at a guy card for you guys. So very nature-esque. Tyler would approve of this one. And a little foxy. You can see the difference when you use a blender pen and when you don't use a blender pen. It just makes it more vibrant, and I bet that would happen. It would certainly happen with that one. All right, I got some hearts. Yay. You guys are liking it. Okay, that's our second card for tonight. We'll set this one over here. Okay, now let's do the Flower Power card. Oh man, we're saving the hippos for last. So, flower card, you guys. So you might be looking in your kit and you might be wondering, well, my flower doesn't look like that. How does she have one like that? And you would know if you got the pack of paper from Wonderful World. It's a stamp set that you got free with a $100 purchase that came with Designer Series paper. So that was the stamp set. And then there's Designer Series paper that had all different flowers on it. And just to show you guys, I made up a card with each of them. And you can see difference here, purple and pink. So depending on what flower you got either a purple strip here or you got a pink strip here, right? So these have to be fussy cut. They are not, there's no dye for them. Oh, I don't have a flower. I didn't even put a flower. Oh, I do, yay. Oh man, I thought I shorted myself a flower. So you will have to fussy cut this flower. So you either got a pink one with pink, you would have gotten this purple with purple, you would have this pink one with that pink. I did a little experimenting on this one with doing some yellow birch background or whatever the dry brush background is, and I did not like it, so I didn't do the rest like that. This one was the yellow flower with purple, and then there's a white flower with pink. And so just so you know, like, that's correct that you either got one flower with a coordinating color, okay? So this is the one that I just happened to photograph. So in your kit, you guys, this starts out, oh, I didn't score it. I want to show you how to score it, I guess. Thanks, Shelby White. So it starts off as a 5.5 by 12-inch piece of basic white. What set is the oval die cut from? Hildy, it's from the mini pocket dies. In the annual catalog, go to the back where the dies are. It's a single die set, and it's called mini pocket dies. Okay, so we're going to score this together as a group, just so you guys can see how the scoring goes. So, because this card actually opens up like this, and so it's just cool how the layout goes. I really like how this piece of designer paper is 1.5, and this is 1.5, so they were the same. You could make them match if you wanted, but I liked having the yellow with the purple and the yellow with the pink. And then this one has a little bit of everything going on. So we'll score this in a second. But you guys will have, you're very welcome. You'll have a bow. I already made your bow for you, but I'll show you guys how to make a bow again. And so you have a yellow and a purple, or a yellow and a pink. And then you have your DSP here. Then you'll have a flower. Look at me. I cut mine out already. So mine's cut. You'll have to cut yours out. And again, this is the paper, you guys. So you don't have to color or stamp anything. So then you'll have a deckled white rectangle and a scalloped pear pizzazz rectangle. And then you will have, hi Nancy Sauerbrei, you will have a little, this is from the Sending Smiles bundle, okay? So what do we want to do first? There's not a lot of stamping, you guys. So because I use that Sending Smiles bundle, there's different sentiments in here that are awesome. If you happen to have this, you could do love and big hugs, which I love, birthday wishes, a note of thanks, a card to say hello, comfort and strength. All of those fit in this little guy. So I did put a, oh, you know what? I think I'm going to do a card to say hello. I had pulled out a note of thanks. What do I want to do? I'm going to do a card to say hello, just because I like it. I like love and big hugs too, but I think that one's going to be good. Okay. So the color inks that I have on here are the Love and Big Hugs is in Smoky Slate, and then the sponging is in Pear Pizzazz. So let's grab those two colors, and we'll go ahead and stamp our sentiment first. And I will definitely grab the piercing mat for this action so that it has a nice foam bottom. Oh man, and then of course I grabbed comfort and strength, which would be perfect too. But let's try again. A card to say hello is that one. All right, now I'm gonna just set that down here, put my block on it. Hopefully it has the right shape that it needs to be and is not all crooked stuff. But you can always test it out on the edge of the yellow, okay? So here's our little guy. I'm gonna stamp that. There, perfect. If you want to practice on the back first, you guys. All right, so that's it for the Smokies of the slates. And we need to go get a sponge dauber. I grabbed one. I knew I needed one, but I didn't remember that I needed two. So let me go grab one. So we talked about this on the Fox card, that when I have white against a matte, I like to put a little, hi Vicki Lynch from Australia, good morning to you, sunshine. I like to put a little bit of frothing color on the edges here. It just softens the white. So now I've done that twice, you guys, in this one class. And it's just, I've always done that. It's just, it feels like the white isn't as stark. Yes, this DSP is very soft, pretty, soothing. It's still available as well as a Sale-A-Bration item, so you could get your hands on it. So I've got that Pear Pizzazz, and you really can see it when you put it against a white, so it just softens that. And that's what's gonna go then onto our Pear Pizzazz mat, and it just softens it, it brings it in. That's it for the pear. Now, I guess if you want to stamp something in your inside, you guys can definitely do that. You could even stamp, look at this, you could stamp something here on this panel or this panel, however you want to. And that wonderful World stamp set has a flower here. And these are hard because they're a solid stamp. So what I would do is I would take a marker and I would color. Oh, we'll do it. Let's try it so you guys can see what I'm talking about. Some of you might not know. So we're gonna grab Pear Pizzazz, and you guys know it, Highland Heather. Gotta love me my purple. So what I mean by this is we're going to take the marker and color the stamp. So if you were just stamping with one ink pad color, the whole flower would be whatever color you pick. And the great thing, hi Becky Schlossnagel, the great thing about markers, these water-based markers, is that they act like ink pads, right? You can color your stamp, and I'm just gonna go for it, you guys. I don't wanna color again. So, gotta find, oh man! I guess I'll be coloring that in a second. We have to score our base. Oh, the base. It's all about the base, you guys. So we'll come back to that in a moment. So grab your scoring tool here, your thing here. The scoring is at 4 1/4, 7 1/4, and 10 1/4. So we're going to do here 4 1/4, and we're not going to cut this one. Hi, Chris Niebaum. Hi, Paula Stewart. Is it possible just to order the DSP the second time around? No, they don't have it that way. You have to order a whole nother stamp set. And I know that that isn't always what people want, is a second stamp set, but you could always gift the stamp set to somebody else. There you go. Like, that's an idea. There's 4 1/4. Now we gotta pull the arm out, you guys. Oh man, it's like not enough room here. So there we go. Let's back in action here. Ah, my phone is flipping off of the base. Okay, 4 1/4, 7 1/4. So let's go to 7 1/4. Be careful not to cut, right? So you use the lighter gray one, and then 10 1/4. So let's get that guy all the way to 10 1/4. All right, now that's how easy that is. Once you have where the scores are, then it's pretty simple. So, and you guys already have yours in your kits folded because they needed to fit in the envelope. But so that folds this way. Now this is not thick white cardstock, you guys. It is normal white cardstock. I don't generally like to have normal white for the bases, but when you get 12-inch, that's all I guess I did is I bought 12-inch basic white. So, okay. So now we're back kind of on track, right? So as long as we're here, I'm gonna leave that stamp sit there for a second, and we're just gonna get these things glued in, and then we'll know where to stamp. So there's a lot of gluing going on here. So you guys see what I've got here? As long as I've got my glue bottle open, we're gonna do that one, that one, that one. You can see that's the back side here of the big flower paper. So we got purple that goes out here, like that. Yellow-ishes goes on the inside here. And then flower-ishes goes here. Wait, oh man. One moment, please. It goes right here. Yup, it goes right here. And you're like, well, she's got glue all right there. I do. I'm gonna let it dry, and then I'm gonna take my adhesive eraser and I'm gonna get rid of it in a second. So life's still okay, we're good. We didn't, you know, it came right off. So, and then that goes here. So, sorry to ask, but what was the measurements for the card base? It is 5.5 by 12. Yep, so it's just like, you get 2 mats out of, because the pack of 12 by 12 white comes, you know, it's 12 by 12, so you get 2 bases out of 1. All right, so we're gonna let that dry for a continued second here. So there's still ink on here, but it's kind of dry. So we are gonna rehydrate with our ink here, just coloring these one final time. And we're gonna stamp that flower in the corner here. I was gonna put it on that section, but that kind of not so gonna work so well anymore. And I feel like that is actually part of the greenery. So the thing when you do coloring, you wanna do the Hufflepuff technique. So you go kind of huffers and it re-moistens it. So we're gonna, you know, I really wanted to put the flower right here. You know what, I'm gonna do it. Where do I wanna do it? We're gonna go right here, just because. You're welcome, Vicki. That's how you can color your stamps. You can see my glue going on right there. I'm gonna wait for that to dry. And we're gonna make it right. So, got that done. And now, for this one, you do not want to put adhesive. I need a magic of TV for fussy cutting. Yes, Hilda, now, right? We don't want to put any adhesive on the part that's overhanging here, right? Otherwise you get another trick card. So I did pop that up with dimensionals, and so let's find them. I'm gonna put this like, I don't want that glue to get anywhere, so we're just gonna go like that. Okay, so I'm gonna put them on that edge of my, right here, so I don't risk going over. And then I'm gonna put them on the edge of the other side. And by doing that, hey guys, back in action here. So we're gonna find the other video. So hopefully you guys can see that I've got a different live video. Oh, we'll wait for you to roll back in. We were going so well, except for minus the glue. So this should be popping on here really quick that we're back live. And we'll give you guys a second to get all back in here. So here it is. It's live now. Woohoo! Okay. Let's just make sure we got the right one. Give you guys a second to roll in with me here. All right, we're back. Okay. So, I found my video. Penny's back. Latoki's back. Woohoo, you guys. Okay, so I finished my Facebook Live. Hi, Julie. Yep, we're back again. I finished my Facebook Live video last night for class, and I had a premonition. I had a premonition that I needed to clear out the storage in the video of my tablet because it was going to be full. Like, I thought that last night when I finished the live. I'm like, do it. And then the whole time passed, everything went crazy, and I got into the live tonight, and I'm like, oh, I never did that. And that's exactly what happened, you guys. About every 6 months, we do so many videos that it fills up the storage space. And so I just created a little bit of extra work for Kelly, because what Kelly does now is she takes the first video and she'll marry it with the second video so that we have a complete video in like a complete class video so that you don't have to find 2 different links. And so I did go in and I deleted 8 of the past videos. And so now oh, hi, Rachel Wild. Are you guys, hey, the Packer game hasn't started yet. Are you guys watching me? You guys are funny. So what we were doing, you guys, when we finished the first part of the last video, you guys saw that we accidentally put glue on this panel that didn't need glue. And so this is called an adhesive eraser. Hi, Wendy Westmoreland. This is called an adhesive eraser. And if you don't have one in your toolbox, you might want to think about getting one. They're like $3 on Amazon or $5, wherever you get it from. They're very inexpensive, and it saves the day. You can see here I have a white piece of paper that I put the wrong, I put glue in the wrong section. And what I'm doing is taking the corners of my adhesive eraser, and you get these little glue balls. They're like little boogers, right? So you got to just pick them off, otherwise they'll keep smearing all over your card. So you get them off, and eventually, like right now it looks like, oh, I wrecked my card. I've got black residue and like glue on here, and you just keep working at this. So I have an adhesive basket in my hive here for people that they can buy these from me. If I just get them off of Amazon, and I just sell them for basically what I get them for. If you are a customer of mine that gets classes from me and you're interested in one of these, I can always add one to your package, and you can include payment for it when it works if you want one. So, hey, the Dollar Tree. Yes, Paula Stewart, that is exactly it. You can get them at the Dollar Tree for $1. Yes. So I gotta be careful because I got some adhesives like going on there. So, but watch, you guys. You saw that. Just when I'm like, everything was rocking and rolling, we were doing good, then I get adhesive over. Hi, Tyler Sell. You guys, Tyler's watching. He now figured out how to find me live, and now he's going to start listening to what I say. Tyler, those of you who know Tyler, you can say hi to him. He apparently is with Rachel, and they're up on the way to the Packer game, where I'm meeting up with them in a little bit. And they're waiting for me. So, and that's probably why I glued the wrong panel here. But this was a good learning experiment for you guys to see if you put glue on the wrong thing, that this is what you can end up with. It's like you didn't even know that I did that, but it just spent 10 minutes taking this ickiness off of my card. All right, we're back on track, you guys. So, now that that's done, we can continue with this. So we had here the mat here, the scalloped contour. Hi, dear. I got a cold beer for you at the game. Thanks, dear. I appreciate it. You're probably going to drink it by the time I get to it. So you guys, this just gets centered. Now, what I mentioned is I put dimensionals on the way left side, and I put them here. And then I didn't have to guess where I'm going to put them there. So just center this on your card here, top to bottom, left to right, like this. All right, I'm so happy you guys all found me. We're back. We had 80 people before I ran out of storage space, and now we're still back up to 77, so that's great. Tyler and Rachel, still 2 cards to go. Yep, we got this one almost done, though. All right, so what I would do for this, you guys, is I would put dimensionals at the top of the flower, like this, and then I like to ground the bottom part so it's flat. So I'll put a little bit of liquid glue right at the bases of my stems. So I bought you guys a bunch of time to fussy cut your flowers out. So hopefully you got that all done while I was working on my glue mishap. I just noticed I got Deb, you got your top fan badge back. That's awesome. It took going to Alaska and being off the grid for a week. You know, you had nothing but issues with the top fan. Hi, Patsy Roberts. All right, so now we're back to this guy. And so what I'm going to do is, this is a long, skinny label. I'm going to grab the edges of my dimensionals here and use one of my side strips for that. So we're going to take that, and then that will peel off, and we're going to have a long, continuous, it might be just a hair too long, so go like that. Oh, Debbie, you like this card. I'm so happy. You know, this is you know, I do a lot of flowers, and so this is right up my alley, right? But this one is a card that I think any gal would love to get a card like this. It's so soft and soothing. So what I'm trying to figure out is, where do I want to put my label? We're going to zoom in just a little bit closer. You can see. I'm trying to figure out, do I want it down here? Do I want it up here? So generally I like for my stems to be grounded, but I feel like it looks good right here. And I'm just going to center it like this, where this one I put it off to the side. So going back to this, oh, Patsy, I'm so happy to hear that you're home now. So this one I centered, that one got centered, that one got put more to the left, and that one was centered. So it just depends where you want to see it. Hi, Donna wrote. All right, you guys, you get to see the bow maker in action again. We did a couple bows last night in class, and so we're going to pull this out. And Kathy Miller got a bow maker last night, so I have that ready to get mailed to her. So we're going to do here a small bow. So you guys that got the kits from me, you already have your bow made, because when I do card classes where there is a bow on it and it's not a product-based class, I make the bows for you. So there's 2 nails. I have a friend from Johnsburg that makes these. Hi, Jennifer Jones. And you guys, we go through the bow makers a lot. So there's our little baby bowsy, just like that. And then we're gonna adhere that to our card with a glue dot. Hi, Kay Weir. So Mary Hartman, if you are in the market for a bow maker, just let me know. The next time you get a class, I can always add one to your package, and then it's not. So if you get a bow maker from me, they're $5, and then shipping, oh sorry, the bow makers are $8 and shipping is $5. But if you're getting a card class, we can consolidate it, and then you can save a little bit on shipping. Hi, Kathy Showalter. So we're gonna just trim the ends here. Hi, Sharon Henson. All right, look at that. So I added a little glue dot and put the bow on with that. Yes, the bows are so tiny, but look at that. It just adds to it. I'm like, I needed to have ribbon on this card somehow, and I figured having a little bow right at the base of the flower would be perfect for it. Now, in your kit, you guys, you have some of the iridescent pearls. I am loving these pearls. There's 2 sizes, small and large, basically. Yes, Penny Powell, you can definitely see the inside of the card now that I have all my adhesive off of it. So this first flap opens like this, and so you've got that paper, and then it opens again, and then it completely opens like this. So that's what we got going on. All right, so we got to figure out where we're going to put our pearls, though. I believe that everybody got 3 small iridescent pearls, and they should be hiding in your kit somewhere. You guys, this card kit was a mission to kit up for you guys. I think it got handled 4 times, because originally, what stamp set are the flowers from? So Debbie, this is the paper. The paper is where the flowers come from. And the 12 by 12 has all of these different flowers, like 8 different flowers are on the paper. So no stamping. The first thing we did is we had the wrong deckled rectangle in this kit. We originally had this one, which was smaller than that. So we had to pull out all the pieces and swap them all out. Then some of the pearls came out. And it was a hot mess, you guys, with this card. So I will be very happy when you guys all say, oh, we're good with this card. It was, everybody's pieces were in their kits and life was good. So these iridescent pearls are so pretty because they pick up, they're like cotton candy-ish, but they pick up the color of whatever it is you put them on. They have like that little bit of iridescence to them. And so I just found a spot to put 3 of them. So just there, and there. Where on this card, I went up higher with it because the flower takes up more room. So I put the iridescent pearls further out. Debbie loves them, yay. So that's it, you guys. We didn't sell anything, but because these flowers are paper, Sale-A-Bration Wonderful World. Yes, that is right, Cheryl. Thanks for responding. You can Stella the flowers, and that will give them that little bit of Stella action on them. My Stella needs to be rehydrated. All right, you guys, we have our second card done. I love this one. It was so much fun. Let's see here. I cased this card from Sandy Ah. Oh, I see your face. I'm trying to think. From North Dakota, Fargo, North Dakota. Sandy, I'll have to think of it. Hi, Julie Poindexter. Hi, Linda Hodge. So this is what she did. So I just cased the layout, you guys, and completely flipped around the papers and flipped around, but kind of kept the same layout. Sharon Henson, I don't have any kits left of this one. This is perfect for a sympathy card as well. But yeah, it's just to give credit to Sandy here. Carlson, Sandy Carlson is who I cased this one from. Just to go back to that first card, you guys, with the camper, this one right here, I cased that layout from this card right here. I had gotten this one from a fellow swapper back in the springtime. So just to show you where I got those ideas from. All right, you guys, we've got 3 cards done. Thanks, Kathy King. Oh, yes, we got it. So 1 card left to go. And you guys, I think it's the most cumbersome one of them all. We saved the crazy one. It's not my, I feel like the camper card was the gourmet card, but this one is the lots of bits and parts, you guys. Oh my goodness. Thanks, Latokia. Yeah, great layout for group signatures, you betcha. There's a lot of room on the inside. So our last fun fold for tonight, you guys, it's our hippopotamus taking a bath, just hanging out, and yep, just hanging out. And then you've got his friend that's like on his boat lost in the middle of the Atlantic. Oh, Kimberly Sutton, I'm so happy you found class, yay. So you guys, I generally don't do class on Friday nights, but I had to sneak this class in somewhere. So, because we had a class last night. So usually I'm live on Thursday nights, always. But you guys, we had a lot of them today. We had mystery night on Monday, and then Thursday, and then Friday. So, and then it opens like this. So it's like a flipper flopper card, you guys. So it goes like that. So we will have a lot of stuff going on in your kits as well in this one. So, and this is another one that starts out with a big piece of balmy blue. So it's you only get 1 mat out of, hi Marge, you only get 1 mat out of a base, but you can use this leftover pieces here to make your little fingers that are in the inside of the card. All right, so I also did not score this, so I can share with you how to score it. I figured you guys got to learn how to do things, right? So we're definitely teaching you some scoring. But you guys, so many bits and parts. Try not to lose anything. Oh, thanks, Kathy King. You guys, when you look at your pile, you've got a lot. And so, you know, I always have the magic of TD, has my things already stamped and die cut, but I will go through and stamp with you. So we'll just set those off to the side. But for the parts, you guys, the dies are awesome. Let me just show you. This is the hippo dies, and they are still available, along with the Hippo and Friends, the Hippest Hippos. That's the name of the stamp set. We're going to use a bunch of these out of here, and these are the dies. And so the dies are awesome. I love that there's little sunglasses, there's a snorkel, there's these little raindrop things, which I'm going to talk about because I didn't put them in your kit. I felt bad asking Anna to make 72 times 3 of those, right? So, and then they get lost in the kit. So I'm going to show you a card with them on. Hi, Mary Hornicky. Hi, Ethel King. If you have these dies and you have navy paper, you might consider cutting yourself some and adding them to your card because I'll show you what it looks like. There's a little propeller in here. The little boat is in here. It's so cool. So there's a lot of little dies in there. So in your kit, though, you'll have your little boat, right? So your dude on the inside has a boat. The tub is in there. There's a little propeller. So these silver papers here, these are free with Sale-A-Bration right now. With a $50 order, you get silver paper, and this is one of the silver papers. So you got those things. You have, in your kit, you have your goggles, and then the inside of the goggles look like this. Now, I didn't use the inside of the goggles anywhere, but I didn't want 72 of them floating around my house. So you guys all got the innards of your goggles, and do with them what you will, right? You could do something with them. Make a pretty card with them. And then you have your snorkel piece, okay? And a little stick. This is just an 1/8 inch by 3 inch little crumb cake for your little banner. All right? This is your piece to stamp your 2 hippos, and you need to get your pennant out of here. So that pennant, I'm going to show you how to do that. So hang on to that. You have a scalloped white rectangle, which goes on the front of your card. So let's hang out there. A little lifesaver. It's not the candy. Don't eat it. It's to help your little hippo float. You have your little waves, which goes on the front. And you'll have 3 navies that are embossed with the splatter embossing folder to make it look kind of like you're in the ocean, like waves going on. You have the mat for the outside, which is embossed with the painted texture. You have an outside mat, a little strip here of designer paper or foil, which is the silver foil. So when we did the card that looked like this, there was a piece that fit on the bottom. Oh, this piece right here. So this piece got cut and then I had all these little slivers left, right? So I used that on this card. So it was just hanging out. So we used that. You have an inside piece here. You guys, there's so many pieces. If you wonder why people, like, I sell out of my card kits, it's because I don't just have 2 or 3 layers of pieces, you guys. We usually have a plethora of pieces. Then you have 3 balmy blue pieces. That will be your mats for these 3 pieces. Woo! That's a lot of paper, you guys. So let's talk about the base first. Again, it's always about the base. We need to score this. Now, in your kits, you have it done already. Carolyn Catchmark, woohoo, catching the replay next time. Yeah, we got 3 cards done already. We're on to our last. So we need to score these 3 lines. And so they are scored at 4 1/4. Very easy, you guys. 4 1/4. 5 1/4, 6 1/4. That's easy math for me. So we got to do 4 1/4. So make sure you do not use the dark one. Use the light gray one. So 4 1/4, 5 1/4, right there, and 6 1/4. Whoa, it's in the crack though, you guys. So this one's going to be difficult because it's like it's right in there. So we're going to go right to there. All right. I don't generally use this to score all your mats. You guys, I use the scoring tool, so it makes it very easy for me. Okay. So now you guys have yours were already put in your envelopes. So you still will need to burnish them. So hopefully they match up good. Hi, Sherry Wrench. Hi, Marilyn Skorker. Thanks for sharing. All right, so there's that. Now, if yours ends up having a little hangover here, like not as in drinking too much, but the paper is hanging too long, then you can always take your trimmer and trim it down. If it's a little bit crooked, you can always take it and straighten it out a little bit. But this is ultimately what makes the base of this card. So that's, it looks like a bat. Woo, flying, right? Okay. So, oh man, what do we do first? There's so much going on. We can eliminate a piece of paper. This painted texture, there's nothing holding us back. Let's go ahead. Let's make one less piece of paper randomly floating around this area. We'll glue that. It goes right on the front of your card, just like that. Okay, so that's easy. That makes me feel better. One less thing. I think next what we'll do is let's get some stamping done. Let's stamp our inside. I'm going to set this stuff over here. Ultimately, we need to stamp 2 hippos. Thanks, Penny. I try to be funny. Oh, it's funny. I got to make you guys laugh, right? You've had long, stressful days, and it's nothing better than to have a little laugh. So the hippo. I definitely did not choose the one with the flower, so we're using the other ones. Hi, Denise Ray. So we are using Memento here. And, oh, you know, I did use the flower one. The flower one is in the inside. Oh, okay, hang on. So I only have a couple blocks here. So this piece here, we got to fit 2 hippos on here. And they're the hippos that are going to go here and here. You can see they actually get cut off. So you really don't even care about its bottom part so much. But let's just put it on here because you do have room to do the whole thing. So this one's going to go here. He's the one that's on the outside, like that. And then there's the hula hoop ballerina girl. And ultimately, you can put her on this piece of paper as well. Right? And then you still have this section here. You have to be very careful not to put anything in that area. You need a banner or your pennant for there. So let's clean this really quick. And flip it out and put the other stamp on here. When you guys pull off your stamps, you want to make sure you get underneath that sticky image area. Otherwise, it kind of can rip the foam a little bit. So the hippo with the flower is going on the inside. And I chose to put her on the left corner because she's kind of facing, looking that way. So she's just hanging right there, or he. Hi, Francis Rodriguez. Thank you so much. All right. So, not done stamping though. I guess if you wanted, so that was all memento. The sentiments here, there's all you really are the best, love you a ton. You could do those in memento, or you could do them in base, like if you had basic gray, that would work too. So I've got here, all you are the best and love you a ton. Now, this is what's going on. This little pennant here, I like the gray look better. So I'm gonna see here, I'm gonna get my basic gray. But honestly, if you had smoky slate, you had memento, it really doesn't matter which color. Hi, Jolene Try. So love you a ton. So what's happening is I'm gonna stamp it right to the edge here. Okay, I need to cut my pennant out. All right, so that's on that one. Oh my gosh, Kathy Jackson, you're hilarious. So the poor little hippo, you thought he was in the pot and he was gonna get cooked. Oh man, it's good that he is not getting cooked. Well, you never know. Maybe he doesn't know what's happening and what his future is gonna bring, but hopefully he's just taking a bath, rub-a-dub-dub, something in the tub, right? Okay, so that one's gonna go up here at the top. So you can kind of see it's not centered above. I have it a little to the left but close to the top here. You know what? I'm gonna practice on the back first and see if it stamps straight. It was a little crooked. So I'm gonna bring it down like a little clockwise here. Linda, you thought the same thing. Oh my goodness, poor little hippo. I was getting close to dinner time. All right, so I've got my sentiment at the top. Okay, I think that what we need yet is a little bit of balmy blue ink, and then we'll be good and done with inks and stamping. And what's happening is, if you guys, hippo yum, if you guys see here, this is blue. Well, this is white. We have to make it blue. And we need to make it blue with using a blending brush and some balmy blue ink. So I need to go grab that. Hang on. I did pretty good, but I forgot about this balmy blue ink. So all you gotta do is dip your blending brush in here. I always start off the edge just in case it's really sharp, and then you're just gonna add color. Now if you had a sponge dauber, or if you had a sponge, like the olden days they had sponges, and you might have that yet, that works too. But ultimately we're just putting some blue color on here to bring it home. And if you left it white, that would work too. But you can see I'm just starting to get, it's hard to see it even. I'm starting to get a little blue on here. And so you just keep working at it. And when you first use a blending brush, it doesn't have a lot of color in it. And so what'll happen though, like when I have this class in person, by the last time that the person, the last person to do it, the brush is just gonna be full of ink, and you hardly have to add ink to it. So we're trying to get rid of some of that white area. And what will happen is the silver will shine through with the blue. Oh, Linda Hall said that the metal tubs were the swimming pool at your grandma's house when you were little kids 70 years ago. Yeah, so my mom tells me stories. They were us kids' headgear during a hailstorm. So my mom tells me stories. So my mom is the youngest of 3 kids, and my grandpa and my grandma, and then the 3 kids. And they grew up. My mom is still on the family farm, right? So she grew up on the farm, and she would tell me when she was a little girl that she was the youngest, and she got to take the first one to use the bath water. And it was always hot and it was fresh, right? Because she was the first one, because she was generally the cleanest of the bunch. And then her brother, hi Faline Mays from Eastern Oregon, and then her brother would take the next bath, and then my aunt would get to go next, and then my grandma, and then my grandpa, and again, he's the dirtiest, but they would take baths once a week, and this was in the early, mid to 50s, and that's how the the rub-a-dub-dub time in the tub took place. So you guys, as I was doing this, I just keep adding where I want to see more blue. And when you get it to the point where you're happy, you just be done. So you just keep adding blue. And if you don't have balmy blue, any kind of light blue ink pad will work. But I really liked having it be blue because it kind of brought it in to being more cohesive. Okay, so I think we might officially be ready to put our card together. So I mentioned to you guys, hi Melanie Foy, mentioned to you guys about the little dots. When I went to get the blending brush, I found the card. You see those little splashes of water. These are not in your kit. Like I mentioned, I was like, I'm not gonna have Anna die cut 72 of each of those. I couldn't do it. So just so you know, if you have these dies and you have navy paper, you can die cut yourself. If people are coming to in-person class with me, I'm gonna set the die on the counter and they can cut their own if they like. But I thought it added a little element of splash bath time and versus cooking time. So, all right, what is Kathleen? I'm not sure if you shared or if it was only for those with the kids, but did you show how you created the fancy fold you cased from Sandy Carlson? I really like that fold. Yep, Kathleen, we just made that card not too long ago, the one from Sandy Carlson. Yep, we fold, I mentioned the sizes and I went through the fold. So what you could probably do is go back and like go to that part of the video once I finish it. Hi, Carmen Melendez, and you could watch it again and listen for those measurements. So what we're gonna do here is put our adhesive here, and then we're gonna glue our inside in. Those will be 2 things that we can finish. So gotta not get glue everywhere. So this will be inside piece here, like that. And then this one will go on the card front, and that kind of nestles right in there like that. Oh yeah, you bet, Kathleen. Yeah, I definitely did say how the card started and where I scored it, definitely. Yeah, I was so happy to have that sample from Sandy Carlson. She did a great job. She is a wonderful stamper as well. So what we've got here, I'm putting dimensionals down for the scallop one here. And that just is going right in the middle. Just like that. Now, the water. Let's talk about this water. So this die is long. Where to find the paper of the card you just showed us, the fun fold? Carol Engelbrecht. Which paper, Carol? I'm not quite sure if you were referring to this card or a different card. So if you can type out which card and what color the paper was, me or anybody else that was watching can help you because they're all fun folds. All 4 of these cards are fun folds. So this is a little bit longer of the waves here. You guys, when I originally made this card, I made it green. I thought it was grass, and then I realized it's a wave. So this is longer than what you need it to be. And so what you're gonna need to do is take your scissors and just round off the one edge here. So that one is gonna be the corner here. But then that one right there, you're gonna need to round it down. The paper, Carol, for this card right here is a free Sale-A-Bration item. You get the stamp set and the paper free with a $100 order because it's Sale-A-Bration. So it's called Wonderful World, and it's in that little baby Sale-A-Bration catalog. So what you're going to want to do is take your scissors and just, thanks Cindy, You just need to Frankenstein this, okay? Just cut it apart, make it so that that fits down here. It's just gonna kind of round off that edge. The nicer you are to the roll of the wave, the smoother it'll look. All right, so that's there. And then what's gonna happen is the little baby pot here is gonna go there. So what we'll do is we'll put 2 dimensionals at the top here and our little hippos. Let's go back to this because we really need these before we keep going. You guys, the magic of TV is an amazing thing. And it already die cut out my 2 little guys here, or girls, whatever they are. So they're already cut out, right? So that's ready to go. We'll color them. But what you need to do with this here, you need to make this pennant. And how do you do that? Oh man, you're gonna have to get your scissors and trust yourself. You're gonna cut diagonally this way, and then you're gonna cut diagonally this way. That's really all I did. There's no rhyme or reason, but you have enough white paper and you're cutting your own little pennant with what you had left, from right there, okay? I hope that you guys got that. Like, if you wanted a shorter, skinnier one, it's fine, but basically you just need to cut a little piece of white. You have a little scrap here. Oh, Francis Rodriguez, I don't have any of this class left. They were all sold out last week already. I could have easily made 8 more, I think, at this point. I made 72, and they're all gone. So sorry. So that's that. And now let's get back to our hippos here, though. I would use some blends for coloring, and you don't need to color the whole thing. I've got dark gray granite and light smoky slate, and what I'm going to do is color their face top head area in the darker. If you wanted to use dark smoky slate and light smoky slate, that would work as well. But you ultimately want to get the 2-tone of the grays, I think. So, and this is the outside one. So you will need to do a little bit. His arm is exposed, but his whole belly and leg section is not. Like, you only need to do a certain section here. So, yes, Paula. Yes, you betcha. The PDF will be available in my online store, I would say by Sunday. So I won't have time tonight to put it in my online store. I will be able to probably at some point tomorrow do that. So if you want to check back, biggest fan has a pennant die. Yes, Penny Powell, good call. So in case anybody has this set and they have the biggest fan, there's a little pennant in there that you could use if you don't want to freestyle cut your pennant. Paula, yes. So if you want to check back Sunday or Monday at the latest, I'll have it in my online store. It'll be called Sale-A-Bration Fun Fold Class or something along those lines. Just know that there are 2 of them, right? Because we did the Fun Folds back on August 4th. And then this is Fun Folds, that's today. And the titles will be very similar. So just look for the cards. So this is light smoky slate. And his big schnauzer here is going to, or hers, whichever, is going to be with the light color. So you'll be able to see a little bit of contrast. So let's color down to the middle area of the belly. And then here, we only need to do this belly area as well. So try not to get its eyes and its mouth, right? You don't want to give it a case of the gray eye or the gray mouth. And if you don't have these blends, you could definitely use colored pencils. You could also use, what else? You could use water-based markers. The thing with water-based markers is sometimes they look streakier than these blends like this. Okay, so we got our hippos colored. And now we can continue the front here. So you can see here, the hippo just gets put underneath here. So I'm just gonna kind of lay this all out to see what we got going on here. So I think I'm actually gonna take the dimensionals off of this and attach my hippo. His little fingers got covered, or his nails got covered. So that's in here. And we got a good height going on. And then we're gonna glue this at the bottoms here. And I'm just gonna get it kind of set. And then my water is gonna go right there. So that looks like a good height for me here. I forgot to put a dimensional. Hi, Anna Rebedu watching again, under his head there. And then the water is going to be glued flat. And then that will go right along the stitched bottom part here. Like that. Just give that a second. That needs a little bit of heat to adhere. If you get any sort of adhesive on your foil area, like I've got a little bit, you can take a Q-tip with some Goo Gone and that will touch that right up. All right, we have goggles, we have a mouthpiece here, we have the lifesaver, a stick. Let's do a little Stella-ing and get, Anna, do you cringe when you see all these little pieces? Oh, she did such a great job die cutting all these little bits and parts for you guys. Okay, and then let's do a little bit on that. And let's see here, our boat can get a little Stella-ing. All right, and then we're gonna just, oh yeah, just a little bit of glue, guys. So I asked Tammy Sikolik, do you think people hate me when I use such little, not hate me, like that's a strong word, but dislike, I should say, when I have all these small little pieces in your kits? And she said, maybe when they're putting them on the cards, but when they have their cards all done and they see how cute they look when they're all put together, then no. Like, well, that's a good, honest answer. But you guys, there are all these little details that make your cards look awesome, right? So I'm only putting a little glue on the mouth part because it hangs over the edge, right? So you don't have to put glue on that top section. So there, that's kind of like, we need some gems on the outside. Oh, let's put them on right away. Because then I think we'll have the outside done. This was a very labor-intensive card, you guys. So you've got 3 rhinestones in your kit as well. So I put them on the front and then there. Gotta have some gems. There's no ribbon on this card, you guys. 2 cards in one class where we did not put ribbon. I didn't know where to put the ribbon on this card. So we're gonna put a little glue on here and on our lifesaver. The lifesaver is gonna go on our boat right there. And then this is gonna go right there. That'll be ready for our inside. Okay, so we've got some inside pieces. Now again, remember, this was extra. Make a pretty card with it. Use it somewhere. All right. The outside is your traditional card, right? So it's good, like it doesn't look any different. It's when you get to the inside that is important and the fun fold of this card. So there are 3 flaps. 2 are glued onto the front. 1 is glued onto the back. Let's do that. That's these blue. So 2 on the front, 1 on the back. All right. And so you got to be careful. You do not want to put glue everywhere. So I'm just going to put a little bit right there. So just a little bit there. And you got to go up pretty high, right? It's pretty close to the top. And you are lined up here with that white mat down here. So you've got 1/8 of an inch maybe on that side. Okay, so then you can do the bottom one. A little bit of glue down at the bottom. Same thing, it's really close to the bottom edge and then it's lined up. I'm trying to make sure these are flush. Now you should have enough room for this middle piece right here. There is, right? If you feel like there's too much room, you could move these guys up a hair. If you've got some wiggle room time. Okay, and now this last one is gonna get glued on the back here, but I'm just gonna put the glue here. Hi, Linda Verts. Now this is gonna get glued here. And you wanna try to make sure your edge is lined up straight here. Oh, Mary, you got your paper pumpkin today. Well, you called. I did return your phone call. You were asking about it, and I wasn't sure how to help you because I'm like, well, they should all mailed. So this is what we got, you guys, right? So far, so good, right? Now, 2 of the blue things are really easy, okay? Put a little glue on the top one here I mean, this, you know, this one goes here. That's easy, right? So easy. You know, and look at your bumps on here. They're inverted or they're popped up, right? So make sure you're gluing them all consistently. Hi, Betty Ray. This one goes here. Okay, so that was easy. The last one is difficult. Not difficult, it just made me think. And I'm like, oh man, that's not gonna work to put it on here because it's not gonna open if that's glued on here. You have two options, you guys. I'm gonna tell you both and you can choose what you wanna do. Really, you only have one option. Because you can't glue this back here, it's not gonna work, right? Let me just, I have a card here. Jennifer Merle Hampshire did a card. I'm gonna see if I can find it really quick. Maybe not so much. I can't put my fingers on it. She didn't do a layout like where it was like all cohesive, where it was all the same color. She had it where there was other things on, and then this would fit on the back side, and then you really couldn't have him like he's floating in the ocean. Well, I wanted him floating in the ocean, right? So what you have to do is you'll have to cut this piece, right? So you're gonna have to cut off this little sliver on this side and put it right here. And that's exactly what I did, right? You would never really have noticed that until you looked at it. And what happens though is I wish I would have glued it closer to the edge and closer to the edge so you didn't have this big gap here. So we're gonna do it right on this card. But what you do need to do is you need to cut it. So this is at the moment 3 13/16. And I did have a ruler. It's hiding. It's hiding, okay. I was gonna measure it just to double check, but I wonder if you guys can see the ruler and I can't. Okay. I don't know where it went. So I have a little silver ruler and it's hiding somewhere. So this is like 1 inch right here. Well, this is 3 13/16 and you cut it at 3. That's all I remember is it was cut at 3. So we're just gonna cut this at 3. And then that is the piece that fits here. And then this is the piece that fits here, okay? That's what I did. So you guys, everybody's gonna need to do this because you got one piece and you're gonna need to cut it down to 3 inches. It's a very involved card. You're very right, Julie. All right, so make sure that you got these flipped over. This is a fun fold at its finest, and I can't believe I saved it for last. All right, so this will glue on here. And then this one glues on here. And I'm good. Like, had I cut this piece just a hair thinner, like 1/8 of an inch, it would line up on these two, and then you wouldn't have the blue there. But that was hard math, right? So just know that if I would have cut this at like 3 1/8 or so, that would have been the ticket to get rid of the blue right here. But on this one, I had even more blue. So all things that you figure out. You cannot have that connected here, otherwise it won't be good. GB scores 3, woohoo, good. Okay, so that's so far what we have. Now we gotta put the rest of this boat together. So what I would do, let's open up this one and show you guys what it looks like. So this little pennant is hanging off the back of the boat, and it's something like that. So you might just trim off a little of this. I don't know. It doesn't need to be as tall as I gave you that stick for. And what I would do for this is I would grab a dimensional and I would put it all the way at the end and use that to hold this pennant down. So like that. So that's holding that. And then if you look at the hippo, her bottom is too big. For the boat. You will definitely need to cut her in half. I promise you she won't feel any pain. She will be happy that she's found space to fit in the boat, and her life will be saved. You will need to round off her little hand up there, and now what's going to happen is she's going to fit in the boat like that. And to connect her, I would take dimensionals and like mend her together with those 2 dimensionals, and that will help hold her. Now you can't put dimensionals on her head too high because they will hit that top piece, but I would put 1 more right there, and I actually would put 1 more right there. So that is good. Okay. Sorry, you guys, if you want to keep her bottom half or something, you can, but I'm going to toss it. All right. So take these all off, and for good measure, I will, Kathy Jackson, just throw her legs in a pot and cook them up, right? I'm going to put a glue dot right over the top of where the paper is for that crumb cake base. All right, stuck on my fingers. Hang on. All right. Then this whole little conglomerate of a piece, and put it in here, floating in the ocean. I did not forget about the propeller. It's too hard to connect it. So here you've got that. And again, this is kind of free floating. Now you have that little propeller left. There is not a lot of wiggle room with that. It just needs to get put on here, and it's such a little small thing that what I really did is I took a small, teeny, tiny dimensional, put it right on the propeller, and then you're going to just wiggle that right in to the boat. It's not really connected to the boat. It's too short or too small of a piece. It just is attached with a dimensional. So now when this opens, everything's kind of like, the pennant is kind of just free floating. The head isn't stuck too much. And do I need to tell everybody to watch the video for this one? Because I think that would be really hard to put together if you guys did not have a video to watch, I think. Wow. Wowsies. Okay. I think that's the last card that we did. We'll pull them out here. You can tell me what your favorite one is. Wow, that was out. I didn't realize how complicated. It's just, can you wait? Like, can you guys see? Like, I have class on Monday with 22 people. Oh, any kind of guidance would be amazing on how we can make that go very smoothly. Oh, all right. So let's get that out of the way. So we had this card. We had our Flower Power. We had Foxy, and I got to pull on the other camper because my camper's not done. So let's pull this one out here. All right. So you guys, this was a fun folds at its finest. Hi, Lila Erickson. Yes, you are a little bit late. We just finished the last card, but you're right. Catch the replay. You're definitely, Lila, you're going to definitely want to see the replay for this card right here because there was some shenagling to do. So we have this one with our flower. Super cool. The camper is your favorite, Cindy. Yes. Oh, yes. I love how nostalgic this card makes me feel too. And then you've got a little, it's all fun folds, you guys. So as a reminder, if you didn't make the class, I will have the PDF available with all the measurements and all the scoring and all that. You can always get that from me. Latoki likes the camper. Hildy says they're all awesome. Let's see here. I'll try to hold these up. You guys know I like to do my money glamour shot here. Holding them up close so that I can save this as my cover photo for the class itself. Sherry likes the purple one. Kathy says really cool cards. You love the trailer and the hippo one the best. Those are the most, I'd say those are the most complex ones. Randy says the camper. Jean likes them all. Oh, they're all fun, you guys. Fun folds for all of us. So I really appreciate you guys watching. I know Mary Gunn had craft roulette tonight, so I bet a bunch of you were popping in for her too. I will tell you guys, 2 weeks ago when I did craft roulette, we hit 199 people. It was so awesome. Hi, Cheryl. Camper is the favorite. Camper and the hippo, says Linda. Okay, so good job. Okay, so, whew, we got our fun folds finished. Anna likes the fox. Yay. Yeah, Penny, rewatch for that last card. I did not know how complicated that really was going to be. This. So, all right. So you guys, I do have, from the Sale-A-Bration catalog launch party, I do have those cards. I have some winners picked here for these 4 cards. So we'll do that real quick and tell you guys who won these. So drum roll, brrr, winner, winner, chicken of the dinners. The Christmas one. So you guys, I did this as a Facebook Live back on August 4th. So if you are new to me in the last couple weeks and you missed this class, you can always go back and watch this Fun Folds class. And so this was really cool. It has that little pop-up like that using the tree lot dies. Winner, winner, chicken dinner is Vera Anderson. Are you going to make any of the game? Yes, Mary, the game just started. I think it just started 3 minutes ago, or 7:20. I'm an hour away, so I'll be there by 9. And it's all good. I'll get to catch the last, like, inning and a half. It's all good. So there's Vera's card. This one, da-da-da-da, this spreads out like this. The winner, winner, chicken dinner of this card is Becky Rohrer. Yeah, Becky, you won this one. So I have Vera and Becky's addresses. Yay, I know where to send those. The hippopotamus card. Oh, the first quarter is over. Okay, that's all right. It's all right. I'll give Tyler a call when I'm done here just to check. This one has the matching envelope. This one opens like this. Da-da-da, goes to Carrie Buffy. Karrie Buffy, Buffey. So Carrie, I don't have your contact information. If you want that card, I gotta get your address to mail it. Da-da-da, the last card here goes to, it opens like this and like this and like that. This card goes to da-da-da, Mary Keepert, Keipert. Mary, I don't believe I have your address either. So if you could get me that, I would appreciate it. So congratulations to these 3. Can you show us the card to your left? This is, if this is what you're talking about, Sherry Stewart, this is for Sale-A-Bration Celebration, which is the 2nd week of September. I just sent an email. So you guys, if you get emails from me, you should have seen an email on this today. If you don't get emails from me, make sure you go to my website and subscribe to get my emails. But I think, Sherry, if this is what you're talking about, this is a frame, actually. It's not a card, and it's super cool. So, yay! Okay, I think that's what you're talking about, because that's what you can see kind of to my left. Okay, so that is a frame. So you guys, I have these people announced. Now, I totally forgot to share who the winners of the Cottage Rose. This was for my VIP group, this was the half off bundle. Oh, I so forgot to announce it at the end of class last night, and I felt bad, but you know what? I'll do it tonight. So, da-da-da, drum roll, winner, winner, chicken dinner is Miss Melanie Foy. Melanie, you have the option to get this bundle at half off if you would like it. Otherwise, I'll go down to to do another drawing. The other thing, too, you guys, I do... Kelly and I switched it up. We have a lot of people in the VIP group, and it was getting to be a lot for her to wish everybody a happy birthday every day and schedule that. So we started doing a monthly birthday post, and we asked people to share their cards. And if you shared your card in that post, and it was your birthday month, you get in on the drawing. And I missed it. I forgot to do it last week. And so we had 2 people, Pat Detlefson, whose birthday was July 7th, and Jean Maxwell, whose birthday was July 17th. I'm going to do a random number generator, and one of those gals is going to win a prize. And so so Kelly just shared in the VIP group the August birthdays. And so come the first part of September, we'll do a drawing for somebody who shares a card. So thank you to Pat and Jean for sharing the card, that you guys shared your cards that you got from your birthday. So I'm going to flip the camera down, and we're going to do a random number generator. So we have 2 here. So, I mean, drum roll, not the dodge, 50-50 chance, you guys. 1. All right. It goes to Pat Detlefson. You were first on my list, and that is because you had showed your card first, I believe. And so, Pat, I'll be sending you a prize. All right, but we're not done, you guys. because the Sale-A-Bration board is full. So hopefully none of my slips fell off. I realized that I did not buy official 3M Post-it notes. I bought the knockoff generic brand. Yes, they were more inexpensive, but they suck. So do not ever buy the generic knockoff Post-it notes because you will be disappointed like I am. They fall off and I have to use glue to hold them up. And so learn my lesson. So we have a full board number 9. So I'm going to be running these here back and forth in my hand, and I'm going to pick, so this is the old tried and true old fashioned way, you guys. I have 25 slips in here with 25 numbers. Da-da-da! Winner, winner, chicken dinner is this one right here. Oh my gosh. You're like, well, how can that be? Because there's not 27 squares. So what are the odds that I picked the 27? Okay, so last Sale-A-Bration happened in January and February, and we had an oddball board. We started, there was only like 2 or 3. So I had a full board. The very last board was full, and I got like 3 names, which wasn't enough to start a new board. And so I added a 26, a 27, and a 28. And I never took those numbers out of my slips here. Is that not funny? So that means we get to pull again. Yes, so Julie, I'll make sure to buy 3M Post-it notes next time. All right, so we're going to go again. Da-da-da! So there might be a 26 and a 28 in here. I'm not really sure. All right, so this is going to be our lucky number right here. 15. All right, who's 15? Pat Gellings. All right, Pat. I will let you know that you won a gift certificate because I know you don't watch me online. Pat was here for in-person class on Wednesday. So congratulations to Pat. That is awesome. She's like, well, are you going to call me if I win? I'm like, yes, I will let you know. I'm like, absolutely. So we're going to start a board number 10, you guys. And I already have 1 or 2 names for it. And I don't know. We'll have to see if we finish it and start 11. But I'm hopeful that we get through a board number 10. So just remember, with every $50 order that you place with me, you get your name on the board. So if you do 100, you get 2. If you do 150, you get 3, right? So, and after I have 25 spots all full, I do a gift certificate for $25. So that's how that works. So I need to write a note here that Pat won number 9, so I don't forget that. So you guys, yeah, I think I'm going to wind her up. It's 7:43. I need to hit the road, Jack, and make sure that I get up there to watch like the last little bit of this Packer game. And that's how that rolls. You guys, I hope that you really enjoyed these fun folds with me. They were fun. I am so sorry about the video cutting out. I told you I had a premonition that was going to happen, and I should have done something about it. It was last night when I finished the video. I'm like, I should make sure I delete some videos out. But door prize, thank you, Sherry Martin. That's why I jibber jabber a little at the end, so that we can make sure I don't forget anything. So we're going to do another door prize, you guys. And this one is for those people who placed orders for this class. We had 19 people place orders to get this class for free. Thanks, Linda Hunt. I hope you have a great weekend too. So we will flip this down, and we're going to go out of the random number generator, and we'll come back in. And we had 19, I think. 19. So we're going to see who won a prize here, or wins a prize. Generate. Oh my gosh. Number 19 is Hildenell. Hildy, you won. Yay, I got you circled here, girl. So the next time I have a package going out to you, I will make sure to get a door prize to you. So yay. Okay, so that was good. Thank you for that, Sherry Martin. I would have completely forgot. I know, I like how you put different colors on the Post-it notes lined up. Yeah. And my favorite ones, you guys, of course, are the purple ones. And the reason why I bought the knockoff Post-it notes is because they had purple in them. And if you guys know me a little bit, you know I love me my purple. And so 3M Post-it notes are blue. And I was like, oh, I really want purple. So learned my lesson. Don't pick something just because it has a good color. You pick some, especially with 3M Post-it notes, you have to pick it because it's good quality, right? So okay, I think on that note, I think we're good. So I have in-person class tomorrow, you guys, double header. In the interim, I'll try to get the PDF up and active in my website. If not by tomorrow, just remember by Monday is my true goal for getting that up. When you see the email from me thanking you for taking the class, then I always have the PDF ready by that time. So, all right. If you need anything in the interim, don't hesitate to ask. Just always a reminder, email, texting is always the best way to reach me. You can call and leave me a message, but I don't check my voicemail messages very often. It's just like, yes, I'm a written person, but I do call people back once I find out. And then also, if you do message me in my Facebook business page, I don't check that all the time either. So if you saw my email address or my text, that's great. Or Facebook messaging to my personal Facebook message, that's great. So I just don't want to ever leave anybody hanging. So, all right, you guys. I think that's it. I've had a great night stamping with you. You guys enjoy the rest of your evenings or mornings, wherever you are. And also have a great weekend ahead. Lots of sunshine, love, and hugs to you. Penny Powell, I will drive safely. Love you long time, guys. Bye.